Yes, my brother. Welcome. I hope you're well. Today is going to be one of the most important videos that I've made so far because I'm going to be talking about how to obliterate your limiting beliefs because we go through life and we're plagued by them. Our limiting beliefs are the things that hold us back the most because what you believe, you can achieve. It rhymes because it's true. And what we don't believe, we can't achieve, obviously. And it pisses me off. It makes me fucking fuming. I'm sorry for swearing already so early. It makes me pretty mad when I talk to people and I can feel their potential, but they just have so many negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. That's why this video seeks to destroy them. So, let's get started. First things first, though, just a bit of credibility because, you have to be confident that I can deliver on this promise. So, a little transformation that I made, which absolutely demolished my limiting beliefs, was just 5 months ago. 5 solitary months ago, I was a completely depressed loser. I had no faith in myself because I hadn't proven to myself that I can perform. And just look at it. Just look at me, mate. The physique is a very good representation of the limiting beliefs. I didn't even believe in myself enough to, have an aesthetic body. You should have heard the way I was talking to myself here. Mate, my mind was keeping me awake at night, saying the most vile and disgusting things just 5 solitary months ago. But now, I'm relentless. I'm unstoppable. I'm honestly amazed by how much progress I'm making. I have absolutely no limiting beliefs. I am so confident in myself and my ability to perform and to, accomplish larger and larger and larger goals. There literally is no limit to what I believe is possible now, which is crazy to think. Just 5 months ago, I didn't think I was capable of anything. I thought that success was for other people, not me. I was destined to be a broke loser forever. So here we have talk about L's and W's, just a bit of context. In this situation on the left, I was working a dead-end job without a concrete plan to escape. I was going to the gym, believe it or not, 6 days a week. I was still training hard, but I was stuffing my face like a gluttonous pig. And even though the sets I was doing in the gym were hard, the actual training session, it was distracted. It was a mess, I had so many negative thoughts during it that maybe I just wasn't training as hard as I thought I was. But yeah, in this transformation pic on the right, here you see my freaking jacked, juicy physique, looking quite lean as well. And right now, I'm absolutely crushing it. I've joined a new sales job, which isn't really a job. It's more like an unbelievable opportunity to develop my entrepreneurship skills while also learning sales and getting paid. It's unbelievable, the opportunity that I'm in, but it's not about the opportunity because when you are not the type of person who can capitalize on the opportunity, you're just going to squander it, like I would have done if I was in this exact position just 5 months ago. But yeah, I'm doing quite well. People at the office, they freaking love me. I'm actually here right now. They literally are permitting me to record a freaking YouTube video for you guys while at work, which is just unheard of, right? No other company, I'd get fired for that shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, those are my W's, just a few W's, and obviously, as well as working full time, I'm, crushing the gym and building my coaching business, which I would never have thought I'd be able to produce as much quality output 5 months ago. But anyway, this wasn't supposed to be me just gassing myself up because truly I'm nothing and nobody. I haven't accomplished anything significant yet. I'm just in a lot of momentum and I'm well on my way as long as I keep going. But I won't be able to keep going if my limiting beliefs come back. But there are things I can do to keep them at bay, which is exactly what I'll talk about. Anyway, next things next. Your limiting beliefs are not born in a vacuum. Get it out of your head that they just come out of nowhere. Nah, bro, they are there for a reason. You know, they don't happen by accident, and they actually serve a very important function because they keep you from becoming monumentally delusional. And don't get me wrong, you have to have some level of delusion in order to achieve success, because you have to be deluded enough to keep pushing yourself and doing the work even when you don't see results. But that's a different kind of delusion. However, I've known a lot of people, and I've been one of these people, where you have the delusions of grandeur. You think you deserve all of this success. You think you're going to make it. But the actual effort you're putting in does not reflect that. Your standards and your ambitions have a huge chasm between them. And, you know, you're just not putting in the effort that you should. That's the dangerous kind of delusion, and that's exactly what limiting beliefs destroy. So they're a good thing, bro. Believe it or not, they're a good thing. But you have to destroy them eventually. So let's get back to the start a bit. Let's go back to first principles. Where do your limiting beliefs actually come from? Because it's important to know that. You know, they might come from your school teachers who have brainwashed you into thinking like a broke loser. Honestly, you know, they've funneled you into a way of thought that doesn't really align with building a successful life, because let's be honest, they are not living a successful life. It is what it is. Thing is, I mean, obviously, everyone's definition of success is different, but I'm yet to meet a teacher who was like so passionate and fulfilled and like just like living the dream, you know. Next, on this photo, you have your loser friends, those freaking degenerates who keep you stuck in bad habits. They love spreading their own limiting beliefs and negative thoughts onto you, because misery loves company, doesn't it? And you know, freaking degenerate losers love to hang out together because they make each other feel better. Which is why you need a circle of winners around you, because they also make each other. They don't make each other feel better, they make each other be better. There's a huge difference. Next photo on the bottom, we have work. Your toxic workplace might be infecting you with limiting beliefs. It might be corroding your psyche because everyone around you is broke and depressed. They're not living the life they want. I'm so lucky. Thank God that I'm at this workplace right now, which is the exact opposite. Full of ambitious killers who, you know, have no limiting beliefs. They have the opposite. Because to succeed in this sales environment, very competitive, you can't have limiting beliefs. They will absolutely destroy you. And this toxic workplace that you see right here, this guy's trying to hang himself with his tie, it can absolutely corrode your mind. The last photo is very sad, but your parents might have programmed you with a lot of their own limiting beliefs, which is a real shame, because your parents, they truly love and care for you. They want the best for you, but what they think is best for you is probably not what's actually best for you, especially mothers. Typical mothers want you to be comfortable, they want you to be safe, they want you, they don't want you to experience hardship. But the thing is, the hardship is what actually will push you into the life that you want. So, yeah, as much as your parents might want the best for you, they might also, like, corrode your psyche again. It is very unfortunate. However, keep this in mind. Stop coping, bro. Everything I just said in the previous slide doesn't matter when you become that guy who can destroy your own limiting beliefs. These people should have absolutely no effect on you. They might have programmed you your whole life leading up, but once you start actually making progress and pushing yourself, suddenly all of their opinions vanish. It's like smoke in the wind. It just doesn't matter. So you need to stop using them as an excuse for why your life is shit and why you don't believe in yourself. Because self-belief is a fire within that absolutely nobody can destroy apart from yourself. You are entirely responsible for your limiting beliefs and negative thoughts. So stop putting the blame on others. Give the responsibility back to yourself. Next, how aligned are you? This is a huge reason why you have limiting beliefs, because your habits and your goals are not in line. You see this line right here? If you're over it, your mental health is pristine. You might even become an arrogant, cocky prick, a bit like me maybe. And if you're below this line, your mental health is going to go into the gutter. If you have all of these lofty ambitions, you want to accomplish big things, but your habits are not in line with it, man, your limiting beliefs are going to go through the roof. You're gonna suffer, bro. Just stay above this line. Always do more than you think is required in order to achieve your goals. Seriously, you won't regret it. You'll get to the end of the day and man, you'll feel unbelievable. You'll wake up so much excitement and vigor, ready to conquer. It's going to be amazing. Even more importantly, let's talk about the promises you set. All of these things that you're going to tell yourself you're going to do when you wake up, you're like, oh, today's the day, I'm going to do this. But then the night rolls around and your to-do list has not been ticked off. Your motivation has been blown away like dust in the wind. And then your limiting beliefs come back with a vengeance. Because why wouldn't they? Why the hell would you trust yourself when you can't even keep the words to yourself, let alone other people? When you start breaking promises to yourself, it's bad. It's really bad. It's also awful when you start breaking promises you make to others. You just become known as this flaky man with absolutely no backbone. You don't follow through on anything. How the hell are you supposed to believe in yourself when you're this guy? Okay, what do we actually do? We prove the limiting beliefs wrong with relentless execution. We always must remember that the input is a lot more important than the outcome, because the results are something you can't control. They will come when they come. You can't speed them along. But what you can do is you can speed along your inputs and how much you actually do every single day. And once you start shifting your focus and allowing yourself only to take pride in what you do, not what you get, man, your limiting beliefs will go bye-bye, because you will start proving to yourself that you're a bad motherfucker and you say what you say you do. So you must be so busy that you don't have time to overthink. Because once the overthinking starts, that's when the limiting beliefs, you give them space to come in. Once you start analyzing, staying in paralysis, and not actually taking action, that's when all of these vile thoughts will come and knock you off track. It's time to get into unstoppable momentum mode. Literally, my mentor says you can't steer a parked car. And that's exactly what limiting beliefs love. They love a parked car that isn't going anywhere, with no destination. But as long as you start driving, you can swerve all over the road and stay momentum. So you have to start taking imperfect action without expecting any results. Because, like I said before, shift your focus to inputs, not results. You have to prove to yourself that you do what you say you're going to. In other words, just keep your promises. Very important, you have to stop avoiding pain. You must rewire your brain that hard equals good. Stop living the daffodil lifestyle, the easy way of thinking. You have to keep increasing your comfort zone. You have to do what scares you. Whatever you think you're comfortable doing, that's going to keep you with your limiting beliefs. As soon as you start proving to yourself that you can go and do things that scare you, they're going to vanish. So, very importantly, next stage is you have to get into the right rooms, but only when you are ready. Because getting around people who prove your limiting beliefs wrong will absolutely change your life. They will show you what's possible, and they will help you get there. Here's the caveat, though. You can only do this when you actually have some value to provide. Otherwise, you will get absolutely cucked by the world around you and feel even worse about yourself because they will reflect all of your inferiorities back on you. So you have to get around people that prove to you what's possible when you start pushing yourself. It's an absolute game changer, but you might be thinking, how do you actually do this? How do you get around these people? Well, first things first, most important question you have to ask yourself is, are you valuable? Because if you're not, why would any of these people want your company, right? And more importantly, you'll feel out of place. You'll just feel like a leech. Why? Why put yourself through that? Just get valuable, learn skills, gain knowledge, gain experience. So here we have, right here is the logo of my company. It's called ACES Organization. This was an unbelievable opportunity to get into the right rooms and in real life network with some very high level guys with, ambition, mindset, all of that. But, not everyone has access to this opportunity, So what can you do in the meantime? Well, you can join school communities, however, not free ones. I will say that. You're not going to be able to get into the right rooms by not, even be willing to pay like as little as a few $100 a month. Because these high-level guys, they're not going to be inside like free communities, like Hamza's Adonis gang. Whatever. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to give you any smoke, but yeah, it can work. It's not ideal, but here we have the Skrilla symbol, which basically means a very, very, very good way to get inside high-level communities and network with people who are about it is to join mentorship programs. Funnily enough, guys that have like online business, they have something to teach you. Successful men who have a community somewhere where they can congregate, which will typically be a coaching program of theirs. It's a great opportunity to start speaking to high-level guys and seeing exactly what's possible. For example, the next mentorship program I'm going to join is probably going to be from this guy called Tom Pearson. I don't know if you know who he is. He's not very big on social media, but he doesn't have to be. He still makes a shit ton of money from his business, and I freaking can't wait, mate. If you're watching this, Tom, I'll see you in there, mate. But yeah, LinkedIn, it can be a cesspool. I can't lie. It can be full of wannabes, can be full of weirdos, but it can also be a great opportunity to start networking with business owners, people who can help you. But again, it all comes back to this. Everything I just mentioned only works if you are a valuable person. If you have nothing to offer, none of this will work. You don't even have to be like skilled. You don't have to. You need a mindset. That's the most important part. Like a lot of these like successful high-level men will have a lot of respect for you immediately if you can demonstrate to them that you have a good attitude, you have a positive mindset, you're relentless, and you're unstoppable. Because a lot of them know that you can always learn skills, but what they can't teach you is your mindset. That's what I'm trying to do right here, and it's going to be very difficult if you're not already inclined to, let me pull it out of you. But anyway, yeah, that's the section about networking. let's get back to the actual nature of these limiting beliefs. You're going to have daily fluctuations because you might engage in certain behaviors that increase or decrease your limiting beliefs. Then it's never going to be stasis. It's never going to be like, today I'm going to be fully confident in myself and nothing will change that. Don't get me wrong, it can happen. I've definitely had a lot of those days back to back lately, but whenever I do something that makes me fall off just a little bit, it might put me back a little. It might make me think, oh, maybe I'm not actually worthy. Typically, these are things that involve instant pleasure because there are too many habits to talk about. So I'll just give you a general rule of thumb, which is when it comes to instant gratification, it puts you in a lower frequency and increases your limiting beliefs. So things like scrolling, watching, low frequency content, fucking brain rot, eating junk foods, not pushing hard in the gym, sleeping in. These are things that will start to accumulate your limiting beliefs. And the hard stuff, the challenge, the things that they push you, the things that before you do them, you're like, oh, I don't know, but you do them anyway, high frequency, it's going to destroy your limiting beliefs. If you stack a lot of wins early in the day, your physical, your mental, your spiritual, you're going to have a day with very little limiting beliefs, as long as you don't lower your frequency again by consuming garbage content, by consuming junk food. Yeah. Those are your daily fluctuations. They will happen. Just accept them. You're never going to be 100% like a trajectory of growth. It's going to be like a zigzag, like a Bitcoin chart. But anyway, so things might not go your way all the time. And when it doesn't, don't cry like a whiny little bitch. Just be okay with failure, bro. Learn to enjoy it, because failure is a step in the right direction as it gives you more data with which to test, iterate, and get closer to success. Honestly, reevaluate your whole, association with the word failure. School taught us that failure was bad. It couldn't be further from the truth. Failure is good as long as you don't let it break your spirit and make you give up. But anyway, I've talked a lot, but I haven't given you like an action plan, like a concrete step. So depending on where you're starting, you might have to start very small. You need to get into the habit of keeping the promises you make to yourself. I do this with myself and my clients with a Notion document in which at the top of our daily tracker, we have promises that we keep to ourselves. And if we get to the end and we tick all of these off, success. If not, failure. It's very helpful to have these written down because it's one thing to make a promise in your head, but it's another thing to make it concrete and put it into words and jot it down. It's going to make you feel a lot worse when you don't stick to it. So yeah, start small. Start as small as you need in order to build unbreakable consistency. But the thing is, trees grow from tiny little seeds. Just plant those seeds. However small you need to start, just keep building on top of it. A very, very good way to begin is by setting a non-negotiable wake-up time that you're going to stick to every single day, apart from Sabbath if you're, a G and you're Seventh-day Adventist just like me. And once you wake up at that consistent early time that you stick to every day, you have a high energy morning routine that starts your day off by stacking wins. And obviously, if you're not doing this already, bro, what are you doing? If you haven't made high intensity training and quality nutrition an essential pillar of life, brother, come on, get to it. What are you waiting for? Okay, so next step of the action plan, once you start becoming that guy, all of this will help you become the character. Now your character needs to become valuable, which means you need skills, experience, and knowledge. What's the best way to get it? you know, try to find an organization like I'm in right now. I don't know how easy it's going to be. You know, I got very lucky, I'll be honest. Stumbled onto this opportunity. Like, it seems as though by chance. I mean, it wasn't really by chance because I had to do something to get it, but it's crazy how it works. So great, you know, entering the workforce, like certain jobs can help you develop skills, experience, knowledge, but even more importantly than that is stealth experimentation. Stop trying to wait for it to be perfect. Stop trying to think, oh, what's the business model that's going to make me the most money? Do I do Amazon, FBA? Do I do dropshipping? Do I do social media marketing? Forget about all of that nonsense. Pick a project that means a lot to you, that actually aligns with your intrinsic desires and that makes you feel motivated. Not motivated, because that's a stupid word, but it makes you feel like some kind of like inner fire. It lights something within you, like, huh, yeah, even if I don't make money with this, it sounds like something I'd enjoy. Yeah, projects like these are an unbelievable way to gain skills, experience, and knowledge, but only as long as you're pushing yourself and doing everything else that I told you. And obviously, I added a little bonus this morning because it came to me. Use the power of the dark side, my young apprentice. Because, mate, the Sith are based gigachads, I'll be honest. They have some very good philosophies. The way that they use anger to fuel the power within, it's very potent. And anger can be a very powerful tool in order to give you the fuel that will, you know, put a chip on your shoulder and give you something to prove. But here's the caveat. You should never be angry at the world. The world is the way it is. You can't control it. You have to be angry at yourself. So, you have an action plan. Now it's time to turn you into the action man. If you need a hand with all of this stuff, bro, my coaching program might be a perfect fit for you. Let's have a chat. I'm not going to try to persuade you to join it if you don't want to, because, you know, I can't physically like change your mindset. You have to do the work, but I can give you a blueprint to follow and I can keep you accountable. So let's have a chat. My Instagram will be linked in the video. You know, send me a DM and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. I look forward to speaking to you, bro. Have a good day.